You know, guys, yesterday I was having a conversation with a friend of mine about the state of our country, all this chaos that is happening right now, children dying from eating the contaminated food, looking at the situation in Stelfontein, those illegal miners, the South African Human Rights Commission, and basically everything about this countryman. And the conclusion that we actually reached is that this country has a potential of becoming one of the best countries in the world. But we really have to be honest, especially as black people, man. We really have to be honest about the leadership that we have chose to lead this country for the past 30 years. I mean, right now, we have a president that hates the people of this country. I mean, like, this is how I can describe Ramaphosa. Cyril Ramaphosa is a president that hates South Africans. He hates everything about this country, and his actions are there for all of us to see that this man hates this country. Everything that Cyril Ramaphosa does, everything that Cyril Ramaphosa says, indicates that he hates the people of this country and he hates this country. I remember I was watching the presidential election of the United States. One of the things that Donald Trump used to say to Kamala Harris is that you cannot lead America if you hate Americans. And I thought that quote is very important. How can these people actually lead South Africa when they hate the people of this country so much? I mean, literally, nothing in this country is going right. Absolutely everything is a chaos in this country. And we have a leadership, we have the people that are being paid by the hard-working taxpayers, we have a parliament, we have different political parties in parliament, we have the members of parliament, we have the municipalities, we have the mayors, we have all of these things, but our country now is a shithole. And all of these things are happening under Ramaphosa. I mean, guys, guys, in my life, I have never seen such a weak, incompetent, corrupt, spineless president as Ramaphosa. I have never seen such a president as Cyril Ramaphosa. How can you be there shooting pictures, smiling with the pictures, when you know that your country is going down? This is what is happening right now, guys. And all the patriots who love South Africa are actually angered by everything that is happening in the country right now. People are furious about the things that are happening in the country right now. And all of us are looking to the president and say, can the president actually do something about at least one of the issues that we are battling with in the country? Can the president actually do one thing about something that is happening in the country right now? The black people who have voted for the ANC for the past 30 years have really set this country back 50 years. This is the fault of the ANC voters. I remember yesterday, I don't know if I can find that video. I don't know if I saved that video on X. There is a video that I saw on social media yesterday. And this is a woman, a young girl. Actually, she's a young girl. She is crying. She is crying and she's saying that she will never vote for the ANC again. She will never vote for the ANC again. She's basically apologizing to the people of this country to say, guys, I will never vote for the ANC again. These people hate this country. These people hate the people of this country. There is nothing that the ANC comrades are actually doing that is actually right. Absolutely nothing. Even with the oppositions, man, we have the most pathetic opposition parties. We have the most pathetic opposition political parties in the country, man. The leaders of these opposition parties are nothing but pathetic. They are nothing but pathetic. It is so frustrating to think about that we have the ANC, the worst political party, to ever lead anything. I wouldn't trust the ANC comrades to lead a stall. I wouldn't trust the ANC comrades to look after my dog. This is how pathetic and incompetent these people are. We have the African National Congress, but for some reason, we don't have the political parties who actually have enough to actually get rid of these people. We don't have the opposition parties that can actually mobilize the people of this country and make the people of this country to see what the ANC is doing to them. This shows how pathetic the opposition parties are. It shows how pathetic the leaders of the opposition parties are. How can we be led by these bunch of criminals that are doing nothing but corrupting and destroying this country, and we are absolutely doing nothing about it? I have never, guys, I have never in my life, I have never seen anything like this. I'm getting frustrated by the day, especially thinking about how inept and corrupt and spineless Cyril Ramaphosa is. I get frustrated each and every day because, when the GNU was formed, many of us were actually looking into the idea of the GNU, all of these people working together, the African National Congress, the DA, the DA with Helen Zille saying things about Ramaphosa and the ANC, and Ramaphosa and the ANC, they would fire back at, all those back and forths. Like, this thing actually made us forget how pathetic the ANC is. It makes us forget how pathetic and spineless the ANC is. Now that all of these issues are coming out, the Spaza shops, children dying because of the Spaza shops, and the president of this country had to be begged. The people of this country literally had to go down on their knees to beg Ramaphosa to actually address these issues of children dying eating this contaminated food. And this spineless president goes on stage to say that no, we are going to give these people 21 days to register their shops. I mean, why would you give these people 21 days to register their shops instead of them just closing these shops? Man, and we can survive. We can survive. Most of us that live in the townships, I know that many people who live in the townships, they actually depend on these Spaza shops. They buy a lot of things on these Spaza shops. They have made relationships with these people in these Spaza shops. But I think for the betterment of this country, man, it would be a better thing, or it would be a good thing if all of these Spaza shops were closed. We can survive. We can survive. And this spineless president says that we are going to give these people 21 days to register their businesses. He says nothing about where these people stock their food. He says absolutely nothing about where these people actually stock their food. Man, black people in this country, they have destroyed this country. Black people have destroyed this country. Majority of voters who happen to be poor black people have destroyed this country. They have destroyed this country. All of these things that are happening, it is their fault. It is their fault. Man, can you imagine, man, we have such a dumb nation that actually allows the ANC to lie to them. We have such a spineless nation that would actually rather deal with the ANC and their corrupt members. We would rather have the ANC stealing everything they can get their hands to. Simply because these people, they fought with us during apartheid. So we owe them this whole country. This whole country, it is theirs. They can do everything that they want. This is how black people in this country have actually given the country to the ANC. The black people in this country, they have given the country to the ANC, and everything that is happening in this country, it is the fault of the majority of black people who have actually kept the ANC in power. It's not like the ANC started being incompetent today. The ANC has always been incompetent. The ANC has always been incompetent, and black people, majority of black people actually who voted for the ANC, they are actually okay with the fact that the ANC is corrupt. They're actually okay with the fact that the education that their children are getting is nothing but a shame. They are okay with a broken down infrastructure. There are family members dying on the roads because there are potholes anyway. There are children dying in the pit toilets. All of these people continue to vote for the ANC. Till today, they don't have services. Their townships have been turned into illegal dumpings, but they continue to vote for the ANC. They continue to vote for the ANC. Man, I have never been so furious, man. I have never been so frustrated. I have never been so frustrated. It doesn't matter what the ANC does. It doesn't matter. In 2024, we saw 1,000 opposition parties. 1,000 opposition parties saying, yes, we want to get rid of the ANC. We want to get rid of the ANC, but the same people, man, they don't even have the message to actually convince the people of this country to get out of this Bible. These people were campaigning on social media. They know very well that the South Africans are unemployed. The South Africans cannot afford data. But these idiots of opposition parties, these idiots of leaders of opposition parties, they were there during doing the podcast. They were there campaigning online. As if South Africans can actually see their campaign. We came to these platforms time and time again. I remember saying that, guys, why is it so hard for these people to simply come? Why is it so hard for these people to simply come to the communities to have conversations with the people inside the communities? Why is it so hard for these people to actually campaign in the communities, to speak with the people in the communities, and to actually make them understand that, guys, what you are doing right now, you are actually voting against yourself. You are actually voting against yourself. No, they didn't do that. They didn't do that. They continue to allow the ANC to come into the townships, to lie to the people in the townships, to tell the people in the townships that if you don't vote for the ANC, then you are going to lose your SASSA grant. If you don't vote for the ANC, you are going to lose your 350s. I remember how furious I was when that spineless president of ours, Ramaphosa, when he said that if you don't vote for the ANC, then you are not going to get the SASSA grant. That statement alone was supposed to be enough for the people of this country to stand up, to say that we cannot vote because of SASSA grants, but we want to vote because we want a government that is going to create a conducive environment so that businesses can come, so that people can get hired. People are hungry. But no, Ramaphosa said, if you don't vote for the ANC, then these political parties, these opposition parties, are going to take away your SASSA grant. Black people in this country, they actually allowed Ramaphosa to blackmail them with the SASSA grants. Man, like, in this country, man, the people that actually hate this country are black people. You know, as much as we cry with these people. I call them these people because, you know, as much as we cry with black people, as much as we are empathic with the situation of black people, but truth has to be said. Majority of black people in this country, they are okay with the status quo. All of these things that we are complaining about each and every day, that, guys, look at this, look at the, like, majority of black people in this country, they are okay with the status quo. They are absolutely fine with the status quo. They are fine with the status quo. Black people in this country, they have shown it with their votes that they actually hate South Africa. If black people in this country actually loved South Africa, they wouldn't actually not vote how they voted. Black people in this country, if they loved South Africa, they would actually say that we deserve leaders who actually care about us. We deserve the leaders who are actually going to fight on our behalf. But no, the black people don't say that. They don't say that. They don't care if they are given an idiot of a councillor. They don't care if they have an incompetent mayor. As long as that person is black, black people of this country, they are okay. Black people of this country, they are okay, and they will clap hands for that person. They will clap hands for that person. It is so sad, man. It is so sad looking at how our towns have been, like, our CBDs, man, have been destroyed. Our CBDs have been destroyed. Right now, when you are walking in the CBD, you cannot even recognize this CBD anymore. Sewage everywhere. The whole place smells like shit. Sewage everywhere. You walk inside our communities, it is they are dumping every corner. They are dumping every corner. They are dumping every corner. Man, you know, sometimes I think for us to actually think or to expect Ramaphosa to love this country, maybe Ramaphosa would actually love this country if he knew that the people of this country are actually the patriots. If he understood that these people are the patriots and they are not going to let me do anything that is going to harm this country, then I am going to be a better leader. I believe that all of these people that have led South Africa before, all of these people that have led the communities of this country, if they understood that the people of this country are the patriots, they are not going to allow you to do anything that is going to hurt their communities. They are not going to allow you to do anything that is going to hurt their kids. They are not going to allow you to do anything that is going to hurt their future. Maybe these people that we have today, they would be the better leaders. But no, these people today, they are horrible leaders, because even the people of this country, they are not the patriots. Black people destroyed this country, man. Black people destroyed this country. It is so sad, but it is so true. Black people have allowed the politicians to actually make them vote with their race. Black people were actually made to think that questioning politicians about the policy, it means that you are on the side of the oppressors. You cannot ask the president of the ANC about the policy. You are on the side of the oppressors. If you dare say anything about what the ANC is going to do, then you are on the side of the oppressors. The only thing that you need to do is to stand there and shut your mouth and allow Ramaphosa to gaslight you with your race each and every turn. I mean, look at Panyaza Lesufi, man. Look at Panyaza Lesufi, the premier of Gauteng. The guy uses racism to avoid having conversations about what Gauteng has turned out to be. I used to go to school in Gauteng. I studied in Gauteng, Johannesburg Central College, and I also did my media studies with the Star Quality. I studied in Gauteng, and I know how Johannesburg was like. But now, when I go to Joburg, man, I cannot even recognize Joburg anymore. And the guy that is leading Joburg, the premier of Gauteng, doesn't say anything about the state of the province. He says nothing about what the province has turned out to be. I remember last time when this guy was on television, he said that the crime in Gauteng, it is the one that has actually delayed us from actually making progress. He says that crime in Gauteng is the one that actually delayed the government of Gauteng to actually make progress. This guy is the leader of that province. This guy can literally do something about the crime in Gauteng. But Panyaza Lesufi understands that majority of the people in this country who happen to be black people, they don't care about having proper conversations about the things that are really happening in their communities. Panyaza Lesufi understands that the people of this country, man, if you want to have a conversation with the people of this country, you have to gaslight them about their blackness. You have to remind them about Chris Hani. You have to remind them about apartheid. Then as a politician, you are done. You can go out and enjoy the benefits of being the premier of Gauteng. You can enjoy the benefits. Your children can enjoy the benefits flying around all over the world. As long as you always talk about apartheid, remind them about Chris Hani, and tell them that they are black, and they must not even think of looking at other people. They must not even think of voting for other people. They are black, and they must be loyal to black politicians. Black people have actually been conditioned to be loyal to black politicians. And this thing has literally destroyed the country. It has literally destroyed the country. They don't care about the qualifications. Black people in this country, they don't care about the qualifications. No. What about qualifications? No. To hell with qualifications. Who cares about the qualifications? Black people, they don't care about qualifications. As long as you are a black politician, they are going to vote for you. I mean, I hate talking about Ramaphosa, man. I honestly hate talking about Ramaphosa. I hate talking about Ramaphosa, man. The things that are happening in this country, man. And the fact that this guy, he says nothing. He does nothing. We, as the people of this country, man, we are actually sitting down and watching our country collapse. We are watching this beautiful country collapse. And our voices are not even loud enough to actually make a change. Our voices are not loud enough to actually make a change. You would think that more young people would be on these platforms to actually express their frustrations about what is happening in the country. It would be better if more of us would be on these platforms to actually express our frustrations about the things that are happening in this country. But no, it is only a few of us. So our voices are not loud enough to express our frustrations. They are not. Our voices are not loud enough. Our voices are not loud enough. Ramaphosa knows that. That's why they don't want to give the people the data. They don't want to make the data available for the people in the communities. That's why they don't even want to work with Elon Musk, so that Elon Musk can provide internet for the people in the townships, for the people in the rural areas, for the people in the informal settlements, because they know that the internet, it is where the people are getting the information right now. They know that if you allow the people to have the access to the internet, then people are actually going to see what the country has turned out to be. You know, right now, guys, with the beauty of the internet, you don't even have to go to the Eastern Cape to see how destroyed that province is. You don't have to go to Johannesburg, even if you have never been to Johannesburg. You don't have to go to Johannesburg to see how destroyed that place is. That is the beauty of the internet. And this is the reason why I believe that these people do not want to see majority of black people actually have the internet, because I think they think that if these people can actually have the access to the internet, they are going to get the information, and more people are actually going to turn against them. It is so sad, man. It is so sad. It is so sad. It is so sad. Guys, I'm only gonna have a glass of water. I'm gonna have a glass of water.
Kids are dying day in and day out. I've never heard Ramaphosa ati condolences to those families. I've never seen him ayagu those families okuthi ba bereaved. Instead, we saw him after he buried abantwana abancane, the first children okuthi bashone. After 3 days, Ramaphosa was seen in a Spaza shop, say Pakistan. He even asked, how is the business going? What can I buy? Kusukuthini kithi being black, siyenza ipresident yethu black. Khona manje bathi ama-Pakistan awaregister. Simtholile ngale. Uregister, what pains me is that uregisterelwa umuntu omnyama wala eSouth Africa. Can we go to foreign countries siyenze lento leya Pakistan ayenzayo? Good TV, national TV, a Pakistani was seen at Ramaphosa president yet. They were seen wearing irregalia ye ANC. What are we saying? What is Ramaphosa saying? Is he protecting us or protecting these people? Konamanje uteni, the people abathengisa out of ama-schools, amayata ama-schools, ute mabastope, bangathengisi. And those people are South Africans. Uthi bangathengisi badle ini, and yet unika ama foreigners ukuthi bazo register within 21 days. Society lakabani? I think we must take an action ayehle lo baba, because
I mean, Ramaphosa has made it very clear. He is not on the side of South Africans. Anyone who believes that the ANC cares about this country, anyone who still believes that Ramaphosa cares about this country, they need to get their head checked. Ramaphosa does not give a damn about the people of this country. Look at how the Spaza shop owners, look at how angry these people are. They know that these people do not buy their stocks from the trusted supermarkets. They know that these people, most of them, they actually make their own products. They know, they are totally aware of the videos that are circulating online of these people making their own medicines, making their own bread, duplicating bread. They know of all of these things. This is why these people are so frustrated with the fact that the president of this country, man, he actually had a chance, a moment in time to actually come out, to be in favor of the people of this country, to actually make the people of this country see that me as the president of this country, I love South Africa and I am going to fight for the people of this country. Ramaphosa is not the president of this country, man. Ramaphosa is not the president of this country. He is not the president of this country. I refuse. I honestly refuse to believe that Ramaphosa is the president of this country. I refuse. I refuse. Totally. There's absolutely no way, man. How can a guy be the president of this country when he hates this country so much?
uyasithengisa khona manje ivideo i-viral I don't think akayibonanga iPakistan liyachama kunama-Pakistan akhafulela lokudla esikuthengayo. What is he saying as ubaba wethu? Angisho he is our president. So this is the time yokuthi simbonise ukuthi enough is enough. He's selling us and then we are enough.
Thank you very much.
Ngicela ukuthi thina as ama-South Africans, let us unite, especially thina la eSoweto. Let us unite and sibonise uRamaphosa ukuthi la akhona kwisitulo sakhe sobu-president, we fought ngo-76, he wasn't here. We fought ngo-1986, he wasn't here. Ama-bullet, ama-tear gas and everything, yena abangawaboni, azangawa-experience. That is why sikhanya kangaka ukuthi siyaphela and akayenzi niksi. We've got ama-soldiers wethu ayenzani. We've got police ayenzani. Ama-police station, can you really imagine if police station ivaliwe kukhiwe ama-locals? What is he saying ngalezo zinto lezo?
Nothing, man. Nothing. Like there are so many issues in this country, man. There are so many issues. There are so many issues in this country, man. And the president of this country, man, doesn't give a damn. You know, guys, I have never seen a president like Ramaphosa in my whole life. I have never seen a president like Ramaphosa. I have never seen a president like Ramaphosa, and I think with this whole GNU thing, they almost made people forget about what type of people they are. With the GNU, with the drama between the ANC and the DA, I mean, I'm glad the DA has decided to say nothing. I'm glad the DA has decided to keep their mouth shut and allow the ANC to take the center stage again. Because now the ANC has taken the center stage and people are now reminded of how horrible the ANC is. People are reminded of how horrible Ramaphosa is, his cabinet is, his mayors are, councillors. Everything about the ANC is a disaster. Everything about the ANC is a disaster. We need a complete overhaul in this country. I remember Floyd Shivambu having a conversation with Sizwe Mpofu-Walsh. One of the things he said is that we need to surgically remove the ANC from the government. This is what the people of this country actually needs to do. They need to get rid of the ANC in its entirety. I am sick and tired of the ANC, man. I'm sick and tired of black people continuing to vote for a political party that has shown us for years that they don't give a damn about this country. I am sick and tired of the ANC voters. I'm sick and tired of these people who are voting with their race, who see everything through the lens of the race. I am sick and tired of these spineless and weak opposition parties. I'm sick and tired of spineless leaders in the opposition parties. These people are complete morons. The recipe to win against the ANC is to take the fight from the ANC in the grassroots. If you want to beat the ANC, you have to beat them in the grassroots. Look right now, you look at the MK party. The MK party every day is getting bigger and bigger every day. Because the MK party is actually deploying the strategy of the ANC. Go to the grassroots and actually make your case to the people on the ground. But now we have the Musi Maimane, we have the Gaten McKenzie, we have all of these people. They don't even go to the grassroots to have conversations with the people in the grassroots. If you want to unplug the ANC, you need to take the fight from the ANC to the grassroots. This is the same strategy that the EFF is deploying. This is why when you see political parties like the ANC, DA, EFF, and Umkhonto weSizwe, there's something similar about those political parties. They are not scared to actually go to the grassroots to speak to the people. But other political parties are just weaklings who deploy the same strategy over and over again. Man, I'm sick and tired of the ANC voters, man. The ANC voters are holding this country at ransom. The ANC voters are holding this country ransom with the way they vote, Nobody actually understands how the ANC voters continue to vote for the ANC. You look at how the country is, and you think, okay, maybe these people are the perfect people for me to vote for. It is insane. You think about everything that is happening in the country, and you're still going to continue to vote for the ANC. What type of a mindset is that? What type of a mindset is that? You see, even with this issue of the Spaza shops, man, it's insane. The response that the people have actually gotten from the Spaza shops, this is an insane issue. It's insane. It's insane. This is where we are, man. I am so frustrated, man, with the things that are happening in this country. I don't wanna lie. Black people, man, in this country, they have actually destroyed this country. Black people have destroyed this country. They don't want to admit it. They are not going to admit it. I know. They will have all sorts of reasons why they are the victims, why they vote the way they vote. I know. We are used to these reasons. But truth of the matter is that the ANC, with the help of black people in this country, they have totally destroyed this country. And this is a country that we are going to live for our kids. Just look at this hellhole that we are going to live for our kids. As a parent, are you happy that this is what you are going to live for your kids? It is sad, man. Absolutely sad. So, guys, I didn't even get into the video that I wanted to do because I was so frustrated. I don't know if I will do it. But please, man, tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button. And the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.